Yeah. Have they ever, like, has a coach ever told you, like, to calm down on the content?
For sure. I had a coach try me. I'm not even
Really?
going to get super specific because I've been on 3 teams since I've been TikToking. It wasn't the Browns, though. I had a coach, like, make a comment, like, maybe if you were off TikTok. And I'm like, I don't know if those two things make sense, but
Right.
yeah. I mean, I feel like the Browns are super chill about it. And, like, I feel like since I've started TikToking to now, TikTok has become more prevalent. Like, even like you were saying,
Yeah,
like,
true.
you know, you kind of, like, warm up to it. And so now I think coaches are like, wait, you know, TikTok's more prevalent. You can make money off of it. And, like, they're like,
I
they're not
also
going to make it a
forget-
big deal.
I mean, it's the third part is the biggest. And that's like a fan base. Like, getting people engaged. They care more about the Browns. They want to see behind the scenes, and then they're like involved in it. They feel like they're a part of like the journey. And I feel like when it was new, a lot of teams weren't like trying to do that. But now I feel like a lot of teams' social medias are like on TikTok trying to make funny videos.
For sure.
yeah.
These teams didn't even have TikTok. Like, I feel like
Yeah.
when you first started TikToking, like, I don't even think the Chargers had a TikTok account.
Yeah.
My friend's mom, her name's Amanda. She follows you on TikTok. Like, she knows you from TikTok, and was like, I told her I was doing a podcast with you, and she was so excited. But not even because you play for the Browns, just
For
because
sure.
you're funny on TikTok.
Bro, that's what I try to tell guys, and, like, you definitely understand it because I wouldn't have been doing it if you weren't doing it. But I tell guys, I'm like, this is free branding. Like, you can literally just start branding. You become your own media, and, like, people don't really care if you're, like, a star football player. They just like that there's a check the box, like, oh, he's in the NFL. But past that, you can, like, kind of, like, build your own brand. I don't know.
I feel like men, though, or just like even me, I feel like even when I started to get in content, it was just like, it's just ick. It's like icky because I don't want to go on there and like post a
Be
video
corny.
of me. Yeah, I don't I don't want to purposely be corny and then just go post it and then like have like the ability of the whole world seeing it. To where it's
Yes.
like if I could be corny all day like with my friends and like behind closed doors, but it's just like it was something that I had to get over. But like even now, it's just like when doing a podcast, I'm fine with now. But like if I got like if it's just a camera and me and I'm talking and I gotta like pretend to like have energy or something, it's tough for me.
It's actually like the funniest process. It's also funny because like if you know Isaac in person, like not in front of the screen, and like he's cheesy all the time. Like he's always making these, he's always making these cheesy jokes, and it definitely took him a while to like get used to doing things in person or like in front of the camera versus in person. And it's funny because sometimes I'll pull a prank on him, and I would like won't be recording or something, and I'm like, hey, like I need you to like react to that, like reenact that. And he just is horrible at it. And I'm like, okay, we could never do that. So I'm like, the cheesiness is like definitely you, but you just got to be yourself. I feel like that's a great part of TikTok is like you be yourself, and people like seeing that like raw energy.
I feel like we're so used to the locker room environment, though, that, like, how many times do I say, like, I'm not trying to get exposed in the locker room? Boys are like,
Yeah, there are certain
making fun-
videos that are like off guard.
Yeah, because I'm like,
can I do your makeup for a video? And he's like, absolutely
Yeah,
not.
that's a no-go.
hard,
That won't go
red
well.
flag. Like,
Yeah.
people are going to be gunning me in the locker room. But that's what I always think about. I'm like, I don't want to go into the locker room and guys are like, you act one way, like, on TikTok, and then you act a different way here. So I always have to be super
That was the thing I
cautious.
was talking to Chase Claypool about, and he was saying like dudes would talk trash to him about doing TikToks and everything, and then like the next play he like blocked the dude all the way out of bounds, like put him on his ass and everything, and like kind of used that as like, oh, you just got like bullied by a TikToker or whatever.
Right.
Does that ever happen to you, or like or like offensive tackle or running back or somebody talk trash?
I feel like not really.
You said last year people would be on the line and be like, oh, that's that dude from TikTok.
Yeah, bro, the Raiders, bro. I was also, but it's the same thing. Like I was like doing good on PAT block, which is random to be doing good on. But they were like, watch out for 91. That's the dude from TikTok. Like, and like my own teammates were like paused and were kind of looking at me like, what, bro? Like I didn't even realize you were on TikTok. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I feel like Chase, like he definitely has more followers than me, and I feel like at the time he came on super fast, so it was a little bit more noticeable. Whereas I feel like Allie and I have just been like sneakily just like grinding on TikTok, and
Yeah.
it wasn't this huge like immediate burst. He also had Juju like dancing on logos, which like drew a lot of attention. But for us, I think it's been a little bit more low key, which has been nice.
So, Allison, when did this start for you? Like, what made you? Because when did it come out? You were probably like right when you got out of college, or?
Yeah, I feel like I've always like been in like social media. I just always have like liked producing content, editing, stuff like that.
You've been doing YouTube for a minute.
Yeah. Oh my God, my YouTube is like cringy. I have like videos from when we first started dating. So awkward. But TikTok, during quarantine, I mean, everyone started watching videos during quarantine. So I started making videos, and then I just kind of started doing what I would do on YouTube, like showing my life, and people started saying some stuff like, oh, you're a gold digger, and I'm super sarcastic in person. So I started just like posting videos like, oh my God, like they're like, oh, your last name's Dollar Bill, that's why you like him. And I'm like, my last name's not Dollar Bill, like
Yeah.
super sarcastic. And honestly, it just started growing from there. It started off like very like satirical, and I still do satirical content every now and then, but then I like started to show people actually what life looks like, being married to an NFL player and just like my life in general. And it grew pretty quick. I mean, I hit 1 million the first year.
Yeah,
So.
Well, Allie's sleeping on herself. You were voted most. She's like most likely to become Twitter famous
In high school.
Like, I feel like you've been grinding for a while. Cause like she said, when we first started dating, bro, she would like pull out the camera. I'm talking. This isn't like 2014, and I'm like.
As it's like put
why are
that
we
down.
vlogging? Because
Yeah.
same thing.
Right,
like, I don't
right.
feel like having my teammates see this. This is corny.
Yeah.
But like you've been making a push since 2014.
Well, thank you.
All to lead to this.
Yeah. And then, I feel like once I got more confidence, I was like, oh, like, I don't care about showing people like this side of my life or like being a little bit more cheesy. And then Isaac was like, oh, I want to start. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, literally. I just randomly did like I'm gonna lift this up. I randomly did like a NFL nighttime routine. It just blew up. And then I wasn't even gonna TikTok. I remember telling you like, man, you can TikTok. I'm just gonna kind of like not do this. Then I posted that, and I got 40,000 followers in like one night. I woke up, bang, 40,000.
This man passed me one day, and I was so salty. I was like, this man just jumps on here and thinks he can just surpass me.
Yeah, boy. And then whatever. But then I was like, you know what, I might as well do it. And then she started getting paid, like getting ads and stuff. And then I'm like, okay. This is
Yeah,
like
then you
not
didn't
a
think it was
joke.
so dumb anymore. I was
Yeah.
That's talk about that part a little bit, to where it's like you said they have like the creator fund and all that stuff. Because I look at like social media, like Instagram and like Twitter was like it's hard to get paid. Like I don't know if Instagram pays people or like they do for the reels, but you need like a stupid amount of views and everything. So how does like TikTok work?
So TikTok, so the creator fund, I'm not sure when it came out, but it's like pennies. It's really not a lot unless you're posting like 5 videos a day and they're getting like well over 500,000 views each. It's like you're not really gonna be able to like support yourself off of that. But things started becoming more like a full-time job when I got a manager or a management team back in October. And I just, who was it? It was ESPN. They emailed me and they're like, hey, we want to do a video. What's your rates? And I was like, what?
Like rates.
I'm like, you're gonna pay me? Like, I'll do it for free.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, no. And so once I got a management company, it just was like, it just showed me that, I mean, being a creator is like definitely a full-time job from the work aspect and the money aspect.
You also realize these huge creators, like the D'Amelios, bro, they're cashing out. Like, there's no way they're not cashing out because, like, I always think like these random companies, like, people aren't spending the same amount of money on like traditional marketing because like the eyes aren't there. Obviously, everybody knows that, but like, so these companies are just throwing money at these creators. It's wild to me.
But also, it's not really throwing money. That's like sounds very easy, but like, if I have a platform that has a lot of viewers and those viewers trust my opinion and I'm always real with them and I'm not like, oh, hey, try this vitamin, it's gonna make your hair grow 6 inches. Like, I only promote products that I like. It's so much more personal than like a commercial. So all these companies will pay a commercial, but I mean, we only really watch Super Bowl commercials. Aside from that, we're like, oh yeah, it's a catchy tune. But if you see your favorite creator and they're like, I love this skincare routine, like I've been using it the past year, and you just keep promoting it in your videos, people will start to be like, oh, I want to try that. So it makes sense from like a company aspect.
I also think we're in like the golden hour of creators. Like, I think right now companies are in the transition period, like we're talking about, of where to put their marketing dollars. and I feel like they don't really know how to approach it. So they're like, we're going to invest heavily in influencers because they have the most eyes on them right now. And so I think it's like really smart for people to take advantage of it, like as these platforms grow, and then will eventually plateau, and these marketing dollars, they're throwing a lot of it, and that will eventually plateau. This is like a really good time for creators.
So what does a day look like for you? So I know you obviously you're talking about mapping out, you're talking about mapping out your like TikToks and, you know, being a content creator and everything. But Isaac, for you, obviously you're in NFL, you play for the Browns. So how do you manage like doing both? And because you post daily, like maybe a couple of times a day. Like, so how do you manage like doing content and then also stepping on the field and like doing what you have to do there?
Yeah, I think the short answer is like I just focus on football when I'm in football, and when I come home, I can like think about other things. But I just like, one, I don't stress myself out. So if I don't have an idea, I just don't post. But for me, it's just like finding really organic content and easy ways to answer questions or do videos. Like, I'm not going to go super out of the way to spend 2 hours doing a video. Like, if I have an idea and I can take 5 minutes and do the video and post it, then I do that. But it's been really nice because it definitely doesn't spill over into football. Like, I'm able to like go to work and then come home and spend like the 20 to 30 minutes a day doing videos to keep that going. But it's easy. I think where like it could become more difficult is if somebody's making content that's not true to them. Like, I think if you're making content that easily aligns with your life, what you do, like we make a lot of content together, so like our interactions and how we interact, it's all very natural, which makes it easier to just like do a quick video in like 5 to 10 minutes.
So are you just like waiting on him to get home and stuff?
Like, boy, you're home
sometimes.
content.
I definitely have like a note on my app on my iPhone that I'm like, okay, these are the videos I need to film with Isaac. Like, I have a funny idea, and honestly, it's just like sometimes I'll just be like, oh, like I don't know what to post today. Like last night we went to the grocery store and I was like, oh wait, I think I have an idea for that. And literally I was just putting baby stuff in his cart, like joking about like I'm trying to have a baby. Yeah. So it's like stuff like that we're already going to the grocery store, so I'm not gonna go out of my way to do that. But it's also funny. It's still us. Like you get his raw reaction. But I definitely post without him, and then I also post with him, and then I show like our life together.